Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and this is another parts build. In this parts build, we're going to be talking about a streaming and home theater PC. So this PC would be good for something like a server or something that you could stream with as well or do work with. Also, a basic computer, typing documents, things like that, surfing the web. And also maybe mild computing like doing video editing or whatever, or picture editing, Photoshop, things like that. Basic computing, media, so streaming and home theater PC, something like watching Blu-ray, watching YouTube videos, watching your own videos stored on that PC and surfing the web, and like I said, basic surfing and maybe mild gaming. So this particular one is around the $563 range. If you don't want some of this functionality, you could probably get it down to 500 or even 450, which brings it about 500 out the door. And I'll show you a reason why that's a little high. So first off, you would have something like this Silverstone Sugo series mini ITX case, which is just a little small ITX case, perfect for your needs. You don't need something too intense for something like this. Has plenty of places to get some airflow through, and you're going to need it according to the processors that I put together here. Okay, so we're going to go back. And here's the motherboard. It's an ITX Zotac, which has, as you can see, it's got the Wi-Fi. So you're good to go. This is what I would personally use because I have Wi-Fi, and I wouldn't be able to attach an Ethernet cable down to where it would be stationed. So this is what I would use. And then for the processor, we got a AMD A10. So this is an APU, the 6800K Richland, which is a 4.1, 4.4 gigahertz turbo. Extremely fast, great processor for just basic CPU needs, as well as perfect looking YouTube videos, Blu-ray videos, things like that. As it has its own GPU on board, which is an 8670, which is way up there, and you could even use this for basic gaming. It'll perform just fine. And I got this type of one because it's gonna give you that faster processing, as well as the AMD APUs always seem to get better graphics performance than a Intel CPU, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that graphics performance and just basic computing. But the problem is that it's a 100-watt TDP, so it's definitely going to give off some heat. So you're going to need to have a nice open case to dissipate that heat. And then we got these Antec Earthwatts 550, which is an 80 plus platinum, which is the highest you could go. This is great for conserving energy for something like if it was a server and it was kind of staying on all the time, or if it was a media PC and it was just waiting for you to pick up the keyboard, not going out, having to go over there and turn on the button, just leaving it on all the time. So that's why I got something like that to conserve energy and make sure that it shuts parts off that it doesn't need, for example, for the APU and things like that. The reason why it's a 550 is, number one, it was cheaper. That was the cheapest one. It was cheaper than a 450, and it was also smaller to fit in that ITX case. And I'm pretty sure it'll fit in the ITX case, not completely sure. It looks like from the back how big the power supply hole is. It should fit. You're going to need to look at the specs there. But also you can see here on the Zotac it has an expansion slot, so you have that option to put a nice graphics card on there if you want to turn it into a gaming build. You could put the 6770 to do dual graphics, and then you're good to go with this size power supply, or you could even do a bigger one. Then I got 8 gigs, 2 sticks of 4, which it maxes it out. You only have 2 slots on that particular motherboard of 1600. Now, that's of course pretty standard. Now, the reason why you get something like this is that GPU is also that CPU is also your GPU, and it doesn't have any other memory. So for your graphics memory, you need to use your RAM. So you want to use that you want higher capacity RAM than you actually need. The reason is for that GPU. So this will give you that nice performance, and even if you want to find one higher clock, 1800 or 2000 clock, that would be perfectly fine, depending whether or not this guy here supports supports it. I don't know. But anyways, continuing on, we have an IntelliPower Western Digital Green. So again, to conserve energy, is just 500 gig basic hard drive. Spins up when you need it, otherwise turns off when you don't. When you're watching movies or whatever, it'll just turn off or barely spin. So conserve energy and save you money to even upgrade parts on this if you want. Think about it like that. But this is definitely a good deal here. Western Digital is very lucrative. As you can see, you get 4 or 5 eggs. And then finally, this one that you could switch out. It is a Asus black Blu-ray drive, which brings it up because it's quite a bit of dollars there. So if you don't want to be, and this isn't a burner, it can only read Blu-ray discs. So this is for someone that wants to watch movies, goes and buys stuff from Redbox, not necessarily streaming from Netflix, but wants the highest quality possible. So they go and buy Blu-ray. They want to play on their 1080p screen or 1440 or whatever. Yeah, so that's what this is. If you don't want that, then you go CD drive. If you don't even want to play DVD drive. If you don't even want to play DVD, get rid of it. You save $67. Now you already got it under $500. Now also with the Zotac, this is also, like I said, Wi-Fi. So if you don't want the Wi-Fi, you could probably find something for $70 and bring that down even more. And if you don't want the save the power, then you could go lower on the Platinum and maybe find one for $60. So this is like, you know, there's 30 off here, another 30 off here, and another even you can find one for $20, so 40. So let's say, so yeah, that's about right. So you get about $100 off. You could get this under, you know, $463, and then out the door it's $500. Perfect. And that's if you go with without Wi-Fi on this. You find a motherboard without Wi-Fi. You find something that's like an 80 plus bronze, and you go for either a standard drive, DVD drive, or you go without a DVD drive. You could probably get it under $500 out the door, shipping and tax. But other than that, yeah, you can save it there and buy some more fans. Make sure you get nice, good airflow through here to keep this 100-watt TDP nice and cool. But everything here is basically very high performance. Will get you everything that you're looking for, and even more. So if you want to turn it into a gaming rig, you put in that 6770, whichever one you need for the dual for this guy here for the APU, and you're going to be flying. So this is what I would particularly run if I wanted something, you know, to play nice Blu-ray, use my Wi-Fi, and you know, maybe even play some small Steam games, things like that. This is what I would go with, and to do work on the internet, stream, things like that, as well as basic things like writing documents and Photoshop or whatever. This is what I would get. So this is what I would recommend. There's a couple different things you can swap around, like I said, the case or these things if you want to get it down to like $500 or below $500. But this is what I would suggest. So this has been Steven from Legit PC, and this is another parts build of a streaming and home theater PC. If this isn't the build for you, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing more builds, or you could even request a build, and maybe the next one will be for you. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and subscribe for more videos like this, and take it easy.